Hey, what's up? Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody having a happy day. I hope everybody having a blessed day. I hope everybody having. I hope everybody have a happy holiday, a happy Thanksgiving for sure. Today, I don't know. I just want to get some of y'all thoughts today. Y'all come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Just want to get some of y'all thoughts or whatever. Especially the parents. If you are a parent, give me a thumbs up. Or if you're a young grandparent, give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to have a conversation. What up, Toria? I want to have a conversation about, you know, I'm just kind of talking because, I think a lot. And I spend a lot of time by myself for a number of reasons. But one of the advantages of spending time with yourself, it gives you space to analyze and think about things and think about your relationships. And being a public figure, you kind of learn being backstage and on the red carpet and TV shows and stand-up comedy and being in show business and being from Alabama and raised by grandparents are still a country boy. I'm able to see through people. I'm able to know when something is genuine and sincere. I'm able to know when somebody's genuine and sincere because I'm real sensitive when it comes to being genuine and being sincere because I take pride on being genuine and sincere myself. So when people are not genuine and sincere, it automatically, it's like they light up and I can see it. I can see right through it when somebody walk in the room. My discernment is so strong, I already know they ain't about nothing. And here they come. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, as a parent and as a grandparent, you really work hard. And you work hard so your kids can have everything they need, bills can be paid, and you can pay for your kids' education. But you don't know what that relationship with that kid is going to turn out to be when they get older. And like I raised a lot of kids. I raised nieces, I raised nephews, all that stuff, which I didn't mind doing, which I don't regret. There were kids, nieces and nephews and younger cousins that didn't have a dad and didn't have certain kind of resources or whatever. And I tried my best to make sure that they did if I saw that there was a need or somebody asked me and you trying to educate yourself and you trying to get some books and you need half a tuition paid. Okay, let me go do these comedy club dates and let's get this money so I can make sure that that you have what you need. But let me tell you something, and you got to have a strong mind. But let me tell you the fucked up side of being a blessing. The fucked up side of being a blessing. Because we always look at the blessing. Oh, the blessing was good. Oh, man, you paid tuition. You paid for books. You took us to Disney World. You cooked meals. You made sure we were straight. That's the fun part. But here go the other side of the blessing. The other side of the blessing, and I just want to let you know, get your mind right. get your mind right, get your heart right, and please understand and please know. Please understand and please know so you won't be bitter. It's just gonna be motherfuckers that you raised and did everything for, and when they become an adult, they ain't gonna have shit to do with you for no reason. For absolutely no reason. Some are just not that type of person that they'll keep in touch and check on you. Some are just not like that. And that don't mean that they bad people. They just don't fuck with you no more for whatever reason. Some might decide that they don't like you because somebody else don't like you. Some may decide they don't like you because you set a boundary. And it'd be crazy because I was sitting here. Yeah, it is a blessing and a curse at the same time. But what the purpose of this video is I just need everybody to have low expectations when it comes to raising kids. Because you can raise them, you can put them through college and all that shit. But they can be grown and right down the street from you and don't acknowledge you and don't have shit to do with you for no reason. And couldn't even tell you why. And I'm just speaking as a father. You know, everything is always centered around the mother, but dads, you know, we're only good to pay for everything, but nobody give a fuck about how we doing. Don't nobody give a fuck about how dad is doing. Everything is centered and based around mom. You know, a dad can work his ass off and pay for everything. Make sure you have a car, make sure your oil change, make sure you go to college, make sure you straight. As soon as they graduate, they don't give a fuck about you. They ain't gonna call you and see how you doing or whatever. If all you gotta do is look at the amount of time. I mean, kids, they spend with their mother compared to compared to the amount of time they spend with their dad. You know, as if you didn't raise them. And so, you know, so like taking my grandson, you know, like I got my grandson, you know, here. You know, he here this weekend. He with Miss Pat most of the time, but you know, probably when he get older, he'll spend more time with me because I'm not on the road like I used to be. But I'm sitting here raising my grandson like, I love my grandson. He's 6 years old. But I'm not looking forward to them teenage years. I love who he is at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 years old. I love who they are. Man, when them motherfuckers get 10, 11, 12, 13, you start to experience and start to see something totally different from when they were 6, which naturally they growing up. But man, when they become 23 and then 27, 28, and you be like, man, I worked my ass off to make sure you had everything you need. I was a good dad, or I was a good uncle, or I was a good something or something to you. And it's almost like you don't exist. You don't fucking exist. You only good for buying shit, and that's it. You only good as a dad for paying for shit. Man, these motherfucking teenagers, yeah, Michelle, it's something else. And if you make it past the teenage years and they don't go to jail, get killed, get on drugs, get out there, and if you make it past the teenage years and they get in their 20s, you get them in college and get them through college. Hey, Renee, I love you. And get them through college and all that kind of stuff. They'll become a whole adult and don't have a fucking thing. You know what's crazy about me, my personal life, and I don't give a shit about who get mad, you know. I got nephews, and all of them are not biological, but I got some nephews and some nieces that I did not pay for them to go to college. I did not buy a book. I did not pay for this or pay for that, and will pick up the phone and check on you and see how you doing. Or, hey, where you at, Unc? We coming. Hey, Unc, meet me up at Buffalo Wild Wings. I had a nephew told me to meet him at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I sat there and ate some French fries and 6 lemon pepper wings and a lemonade. And the way it made me feel, the fact that you thought enough of me to ask me to meet you at Buffalo Wild Wings to buy me 6 wings. You would have fucking thought that you gave me $1 million. Cause that's how that made me feel. And I'm sitting up here with a grown ass man that's married and and have a beautiful son. And the only thing I ever did for him was took him a couple of places when he was a kid. I ain't pay for shit. I didn't pay for him, my nephew, Brandon Connor. I didn't pay for him to go to Florida State University. I didn't pay for none of his baseball stuff. We got on the boat as an adult. He went to Bimini a couple of times. Every time I go to Miami, Rickey, what's up? We connect or whatever. He a grown man that remembered me from taking him to 1 or 2 places when he was 7 years old, and he 35 years old. And I promise you, every week or every other week, hey, how you doing? Meet me down here at Buffalo Wild Wings, man. I'm gonna buy you lunch. 6 wings, French fries, and a lemonade. It was worth a fucking $1 million to me. The thought that my nephew Terrell did it before. You understand? It's just gonna be something that just ain't gonna fuck with you when you get grown. It's gonna be something that ain't gonna have shit to do with you when you become adult. I'm not bitter, and I want you to have low expectations, because everybody when they grow up, just because you raised them, just because they slept over there on the other side of that bed when it was thunder and lightning, all of them come running downstairs and they pile up in the bed, which is because they're scared of the thunder and the lightning or whatever. They be over there in the bed with you, but they'll grow up and they won't have shit to do with you. And I took them where I took them. I did what I did. I did it out of love. I didn't do it expecting anything back. I don't expect anything in return. But I'm just telling you, I just don't want you to grow up and be bitter. Like, damn, I took my kids to Islands of Adventure. I took them to Chuck E. Cheese. I paid for school. I worked my ass off all weekend, up on a plane, off a plane, in a hotel, out of a hotel, performing, going on stage, 3 shows on a Saturday, leaving the comedy club on a Friday night at 2 a.m. with 6 feet of snow on the ground in Cleveland at the Improv, walking back to my car just to be able to make sure that my kids get through school. And you ain't worth a fucking phone call. And it be those convenience calls. When some of them do call, it's always connected to this. Hey, are you gonna be home? Are you gonna be in town this week? Because it's connected to something else that they got going on. It don't have shit to do with y'all spending time together. And people really think they can run that kind of shit on you, and you don't really know the difference, man. When they grow up, man, they just become who they become. And you can't teach that shit. You can teach them, and teach them how to be or whatever, and teach them common sense, common courtesy, sensibility, being respectful and being thoughtful. What I had to understand, everybody ain't like me. Everybody ain't like me. Anybody I'll do a show for, I'm sending a card, a thank you card, or an edible arrangement, or hey, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for this, thank you for that. Everybody just wasn't raised the same, and even if it was, some of them, everybody don't use the home training that they got. So, them expectations, man, it gonna be some kids that's gonna love your ass, the ones you do the most for. You ain't gonna hear from them. They don't respect you. You're not in their thoughts. Father's Day ain't shit. Father's Day ain't shit. But the motherfuckers run out the door on a Wednesday leading up to Mother's Day. Father's Day, if they show up in the afternoon or in the evening or whatever time is convenient for they ass, you ain't shit but a motherfucker that pay for shit. Keep your wallet open and your mouth closed. And that's just the way it is. Don't be mad about it. And I'm sitting up here raising help raising a 6-year-old grandson. Man, I done had some that I done go down the worst road. Best goddamn 6-year-olds in the world. The best 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old. The best in the world. Some have stolen, some have cursed me out like I was a nigga that slept with their girl. Cuss you out, talk to you like you ain't shit. Some of them apologize, but I'll never forget it. You understand? It's crazy. You would be shocked. And I be looking at my grandson, man. Every time I look at my grandson and I'm spending time with him, I just be thinking in my mind, like, man, I'm really enjoying you. I enjoy Grayson. Man, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, now 6 years old in the first grade, getting it in. We just went up here to Big Brad breakfast, sat down and ate breakfast. I'm looking at him, enjoying him humming and eating his food and high five and wrestling and then being up in the bedroom. But goddamn, the only thing that put butterflies in my stomach that really hurt me to my heart are what he might become when he becomes 16. Will he steal? Will he become a liar? Will he get in the game? Will he curse you the fuck out because you won't let him do what he want to do? Will he become an adult and have nothing to do with you at all? Will he? Because you don't know. You don't know. So the best thing for me is I just enjoy him while he's 6 years old. But and them 6 years went by like that because it seemed like he just came 2 summers ago. I'm talking about a lot of kids. I probably have taught every damn kid or young cousin, niece, nephew how to swim. I'm talking about put in good father time, good dad time. I'm talking about I got kids that I raised that didn't have a mother. Some didn't have a mother, some didn't have a father, some didn't have nowhere to go. I'm on BET, man. I'm making all this money. Man, I never took my kids anywhere. I never took my kids anywhere when I was in my 30s. And there was a kid down the street that didn't have a dad and didn't have the resources that I had and did not offer them to go. Man, anybody tell you anything about me? I took motherfuckers everywhere. Everybody in Winewood that could fit in that damn 95 box model Jeep Cherokee. I would pack kids in that bitch. And we on our way to Visionland. We on our way to Showbiz or Chuck E. Cheese Pizza. Man, listen, my nigga, you act like, shit, this damn, you would think that you done something to him. Ain't nobody been abused. Nobody been sexually assaulted. Nobody been molested. Everybody in this house was made to wear socks on their feet, shoulders covered up. You can ask my son. Nobody in this fucking house was allowed to wear white beaters around the house. You must have sleeves on. If you do got on sleeveless, it better have Chicago Bulls, Orlando Magic, Phoenix Suns, LA Lakers on it, and you need to be on your way to that damn driveway to shoot fucking basketball. Kids forget about your ass when they get grown. And sometimes you don't want shit, but acknowledgement. How are you? I'm not talking about because your mama said call. I'm talking about like genuinely, how you doing? I love you. Do you need anything? And you can't teach your kids that. That shit got to be in them. That's got to come from the heart. You can tell them to do it, and they're going to do it because you told them to do it. But man, that shit be from right here. If I want to talk to my nephew Terrell, I'm talking about out of the blue. Sometimes it don't even be how you doing. Sometimes it just be a funny video or somebody that failed at church and he got it on video on TikTok. He go, here you go, Unc, I know what you like. And I didn't do none of that shit. Everything that I done, God knew I did it from my heart. I didn't do none of this shit looking for anything back, looking for anything in return. The only thing that just bothered me right now is I'm raising my grandson and I'm sitting here enjoying the shit out of my grandson on a rainy day. We just went and ate breakfast. We played all night. He fell asleep on the couch and he walked around the house with his underwears and his socks and shirt on. None of his clothes match. And he just happy-go-lucky, throw on anything and just go to Walmart. When this motherfucker turned 17, though, when he turned 23, what that gonna be like? What that gonna be like? And that's a real conversation. That's a real conversation. Because we don't know what they're gonna be like, no matter what you teach them. Buy them a car when they say, everybody got a car when they're 16. Everybody, every damn niece and nephew that I had any contact with got a piece of shit car. When I ain't never bought no new car. Everybody got a piece of shit, put, windshield wiper broke, piece of shit car parked out there, and I had a big Sunday dinner, and then I throw in the car keys, and everybody got a piece of shit car. When they were 16 years old, several cars. I bought some of them mama's cars. It don't have a fucking thing to do with your ass. It's almost like you don't exist. And for several reasons, because that's just who they are. And some is by other family members, you know and then they start to believe what other people say and think about you. And it's just what it is. But man, teach your kids. I'm gonna close with this. One damn thing my mama did, I give my mama credit for, and I'm a grandmama's baby, and I was around my grandparents all my life. But you know what my mama used to be like? Hey, have you called your granddaddy today? Call your goddamn granddaddy. You ain't talked to your granddaddy since when? Since Monday? If you don't get in there and call your granddaddy and your grandmama and see how they do, I'm going to beat your ass. Do you understand me? They done took you over here. They done dropped these damn peaches and plums off over here and did this and that. And you can sit your ass up in here and act like they don't. You better get up there and dial that damn phone number right now. My mother pushed me to my grandparents. She pushed me to call my Uncle Herbert to see how he is. Have you talked to your Uncle Herbert? Why haven't you talked to your uncle? God damn it, you better get in there and call your damn uncle right now. Do you understand? See, my mother, that's the type of mother I had. That's the type of mother I had, right there. Get your fucking ass in there and call your granddaddy. You ain't talked to your granddaddy since Monday. Your granddaddy good to you. Get your ass in there and call your granddaddy right now. 849-7385. Call your grandmama, 5959-060. That's real talk. Conditioned, trained to be decent and respectful. Sometimes lack of respect is disrespect. And one thing that get me pissed off is being disrespected. You know, it just get me feeling some kind of way like, and the whole dad thing, that's a whole separate conversation. But I'm just saying, if you have an auntie or an uncle or a mother, I call my stepdad. My stepdad been with my mama since I was in my late 20s when they got together. I don't let too much time go by and I don't call my stepdad. I kept in touch with my sister's dad. He wasn't even my dad. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Hey, Robert, I love you. Do you need anything? Thoughtfulness. But these pretentious ass relationships, these kids will grow up. How the fuck you even know to be pretentious? How do you even know, let me call my dad and see if he in town because it's convenient for me because let me figure out I need something. It's always attached to something other than the genuineness of us being together and us spending time together. It's always an angle. Sometimes them phone calls, when they do come, it always got an angle to it. Like, let me call you because there's a need over here. Let me figure out how I can manipulate a conversation to make it seem like me and you spending time together. I'm coming to get with you, but I need some information, or I need a cash app, or get over here where I can talk to you because I need you to pay for a book. How the fuck do you even know to be manipulative? How? How do you know that at that young age? Between 25 and 15, how you know to be that way? It's crazy. It's great. It's crazy. I'm gonna do one day. I'm gonna come on here, and I'm gonna do Father's Day Chronicles. Every Father's Day wasn't a good one. I got them bad Father's Days in my head. Them Father's Day. I had some bad ones. I had some where I just kind of sat back and just laughed. I laughed at it because publicly, fathers ain't shit. Nobody talk about Father's Day and promote Father's Day on the national level on TV and Father's Day commercials. Not like they do Mother's Day. Dads ain't shit. And there's dads out here that can cook way better than moms. There's dads that go fishing, ride boats, do all kind of shit. Right? I'm talking about there's some good dads out here. They be doing stuff, making it happen. I'm talking about dads doing hair. I done did a whole lot of ponytails, afro puffs with the part going down the middle, because that's the best I could do with some pink oil moisturizer and a brush. How the fuck you get this age and you don't get acknowledged? How? Well, everybody's just different. Some people loyal, some ain't. So prepare yourself, prepare your mind. Just cause they cute and got little curly hair and they love you to death and sleep in the bed with you and sitting in your lap, laying up under you watching TV, motherfuckers turn 25 and forget that it didn't exist. Don't expect nothing. Hope for the best. But do not be surprised when some of these damn people grow up and treat you like the dog you ain't. Treat you like you don't matter. Love you too, Renee. You know I love you. I'm talking about forget about your ass. All the nights standing on stage at the comedy club after doing radio and got off and took a long ass flight to get to Cleveland to do 3 shows, 2 shows Friday, 3 shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday, and figure out how I'm gonna get somewhere where I can do radio the next morning, just where they can walk across that stage and get their degree. And you don't fucking exist. And that's just what it is. And some of them don't like you because you don't go along with a lot of their bullshit, which I don't. I'm not going to turn flips over everything that everybody else turning flips for. I'm just going to teach you how to be. I just try to teach them how to be classy and how to do certain shit or whatever. I got a whole lot of shit to talk about. I guess my next video is probably going to be father is a verb, not a noun. Yeah, anybody can be a noun, but being a father is action. Yep. So, y'all share this video. I always, all of my uncles, I hit them up. How can I serve? Do you need anything? How you feeling? Do you need anything? You don't need anything? Okay, I was just calling to check on you. Just call, all right, love you. I be busy. Don't like to talk on the phone, but I'm calling to check in with certain folks. Just out of respect. It's respectful. It's disrespectful to not acknowledge somebody that looked out for you when you didn't have shit. Especially somebody that had a lot to do with changing your life or had a lot to do with you being where you are now. Even though you might not be where you want to be, you could have been real fucked up. had your aunt not stepped up or your uncle not stepped up. Oh, yeah. Don't ever forget this. Because when they become grown, you'll see who they really are, and you'll see how they really feel about you. I don't know how much time I got left on this earth because all my friends dying. That's the part that really make me sad. I'm looking around, I'm seeing all of my high school classmates, even folks that went to my high school that graduated after I graduated. I'm watching all of them pass away. And I totally wish that that my Uncle Herbert was alive. But I don't cry over my Uncle Herbert. My Uncle Herbert dead and gone. He died 2 years ago. Not only was he my dad's best friend and stepped up to the plate, when my dad died, he was a father figure to me. This is my mama's older brother. You know why I don't cry about my Uncle Herbert? Guess why? Guess why? And then when he died, he was like, hey, Rick, handle everything. Because he knew I was going to handle it. Guess why I don't cry with my Uncle Herbert? You want to know why? I called. I went over there. I cut the grass. I went to Lowe's and got some Scott's weed and feed. I got all them goddamn weeds out of his grass, which he thought was grass. Turned all that shit brown to kill that so the real grass can grow. Had his yard looking real good one summer. Yeah. Bought him a little motor for his boat. Bought him a fish finder. Took him on. He took me to the air show. And then when I started flying planes, I took him on a flight. I sat up there in the cockpit and flew a plane, which he the one turned me on to airplanes. And now he get to sit in the cockpit. He said, Rick, my uncle looked at me. He said, Rick, man, I always wanted to sit in a cockpit. I ain't never sat in a cockpit a day in my life. And my Uncle Herbert was obsessed with airplanes. He took me and my cousin Scooby to the air show every year. Yeah. That's why I don't be around here crying about him. Now, I cried. I sat in the back of that church and cried like a motherfucker at that funeral when they was getting ready to close his casket or whatever, man. I couldn't. And then that long ass flight from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta after I found out he passed away or whatever. But I did right by him. I made him proud. And I loved on him. Stood over him because I know he hated it. He don't like nobody to stand over him when he's sitting in his chair. I would on purposely go over there and stand over him just to get him irritated. And the last time I stood over my Uncle Herbert, I was just waiting on him to go off. He just like, he said, come on, man. I just started laughing and went over there and sat down. That was the last time I stood over my Uncle Herbert. But I had enough love and respect for him, and I never forgot because I'm loyal like a fucking dog. I'm loyal like a dog, man. You give me a shit. I can write a whole book about Miss the lady that lived next door to my grandmama that used to let me eat over there. I promise to God, she didn't want for anything. Anything she asked me for, she got it. How about that? People just not loyal anymore. Share that video. Let me know what your thoughts. Jump in the comment section or whatever. We got to stand up, not just for dads, but good people. Don't forget about people. After somebody then saw you all the way through, and now you forgot about them. Now they don't matter. They don't exist. So if there's anybody in your life that did something kind for you and they still living, man, pick up the phone and send them a text right now and just say, hey, I love you and I appreciate you. Not me. I'm not doing this for me. I'm not doing this for me because everybody that's on here, all my friends, Tyrone, George, or whatever, we get together. Y'all good. We talk. Y'all ain't got to hit me right now. I'm not doing this for that. But what I want y'all to do is to train your kids Talk to your kids about stuff like this and not throwing people away and forgetting about people. After people helped see them through and made their process and their life a little bit better. Don't ever forget. Don't ever forget. I didn't forget Miss Gertrude that lived next door to my grandmama. I remember everything she did for me, her and Pop before he died. And I promised to God anytime she hit me up, boy, she was good for whatever you need. You good for it. That was always my first stop when I got off the plane. Before I drove my ass to Hoover, I stopped 44th Street. Let me go see how Miss Gertrude. My grandma dead and gone now, but Miss Gertrude was still living. Still went over there. All right, man. Love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. I know it's a long ass video. Let me go. Bye.